When you think of pricey supercars, names like Bugatti, Ferrari, Koenigsegg, and Pagani come to mind. These manufacturers have established themselves as the elite in the luxury car market, offering the fastest, rarest, prettiest, and most expensive cars on the planet. To find out which of these ultra-luxury vehicles tops the list, we've scoured the invoice sheets and uncovered 50 cars, each worth $1 million or more. This list includes hybrid Ferrari convertibles, American Speed Kings, several electric hypercars, and exclusive Rolls-Royce models built for royalty. The prices listed reflect the vehicle's original prices. We're not including auction cars like the Ferrari 250 GTO or overpriced second-hand sales. However, there are still hundreds of millions of dollars worth of cars here to whet your appetite. Number 50. McLaren Senna GTR, $1.7 million. The McLaren Senna GTR, priced at nearly $2 million, is a track-only supercar. It boasts a big splitter and diffuser that generates 2,200 pounds of downforce, weighing just 2,619 pounds and powered by an 813 horsepower twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 engine. It's designed for the track, not the road. Number 49. Czinger 21C, $1.7 million. Czinger, a boutique automaker from California, offers the $1.7 million 21C supercar. With 1,250 horsepower from a 2.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8, it rockets to 60 miles per hour in 1.9 seconds and reaches a top speed of around 281 miles per hour. Number 48. Ferrari Monza, $1.7 million. The Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2 are open-top supercars. The SP1 is a single-seater, while the SP2 allows for a passenger. Both are powered by a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine with 809 horsepower. Unfortunately, they are not street legal in the US, but their $1.75 million price tag ensures track access won't be an issue. Number 47. Gordon Murray T.33, $1.7 million. The Gordon Murray T.33, priced at $1.7 million, features a 607 horsepower, naturally aspirated 3.9-liter V12 engine. It revs to a staggering 10,500 RPM and is sold globally in both right and left-hand drive configurations. Number 46. Koenigsegg Gemera, $1.7 million. Koenigsegg's first four-seater, the Gemera, is a powerhouse with a twin-turbocharged 2.0-liter engine and 3 electric motors. It produces 1,700 horsepower, hits 60 miles per hour in 1.9 seconds, and costs $1.7 million, with only 300 units planned. Number 45. Hennessy Venom F5, $1.8 million. The Hennessy Venom GT was a record breaker, topping out at 265.7 miles per hour in a world record run. But the new F5 plans to beat its predecessor with an estimated top speed of 311 miles per hour. And with that comes a higher price too. The Venom F5 starts at $1.8 million, according to the company, which makes it just a bit pricier than its $1.2 million predecessor. Number 44. Bentley Bacala, $1.9 million. Limited to just 12 units, the Bentley Bacala features a turbocharged 6.0-liter W12 engine with 650 horsepower. Despite its $1.9 million price, all units have been sold. Number 43. Hispano-Suiza Carmen Bologna, priced at $1.9 million, boasts a 1,114 horsepower electric powertrain and a 0 to 60 time of 2.6 seconds. Number 42. Bentley Mulliner Batter, $2 million. The Bentley Mulliner Batter, send-off for the iconic W12 engine, features 710 horsepower and is limited to 18 examples globally. It costs $2 million. Number 41. SSC Tuatara, $2 million. Although initially cloaked in controversy, SSC did manage to hit 282.9 miles per hour with its Tuatara hypercar, breaking a world record. But not only is the Tuatara one of the fastest vehicles on the planet, it's also one of the priciest. The cost for all that speed is estimated to be around $2 million for the base Tuatara, limited to just 100 units worldwide. Number 40. Lotus Evija, $2.1 million. With a new Gemera sports car and an electric SUV, Lotus is on the brink of a comeback. The automaker plans to roll out several new products within the next few years, with part of that strategy including the range-topping Evija. This supercar comes in at a cool $2.1 million and produces nearly 2,000 horsepower via 4 electric motors. Lotus plans to build just 130 road-going examples of the Evija. Number 39. Aston Martin Vulcan, $2.3 million. As with a few other cars on this list, the Aston Martin Vulcan was a track-only special. The British supercar made its world debut in 2015, powered by a naturally aspirated 7.0-liter V12 that produced 820 horsepower and limited to just 24 examples worldwide. An even more track-focused AMR Pro model followed, but even the base Vulcan was a pricey commodity, costing about $2.3 million from the factory. Number 38. Delage D12, $2.3 million. You may have heard of Delage before. In the early 1900s, this French automaker was competing on the track with Bugatti and Ferrari. Now Delage is back, and with a beautiful new hypercar dubbed the D12. Powered by a 7.6-liter V12 engine, the new D12 produces upwards of 1,010 horsepower and costs a cool $2.3 million. Number 37. Ferrari Daytona SP3, $2.3 million. The Ferrari Daytona SP3 is the brand's most aerodynamically efficient model ever and doesn't even have any active aero. Debuting in 2021, the limited edition SP3 has a 6.5-liter V12 borrowed from the 812 Competizione that gives it 828 horsepower and a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of about 2.8 seconds. Ferrari never disclosed how many Daytona SP3s the company would produce, but each one cost about $2.3 million when new. Number 36. McLaren Speedtail, $2.3 million. What would you pay for the fastest production McLaren ever? Well, at least $2.3 million. With 1,035 horsepower courtesy of a gasoline-electric hybrid V8 powertrain, the Speedtail tops out at 250 miles per hour and is able to reach 186 miles per hour in just 12.8 seconds, 2.7 seconds faster than the P1. Unfortunately, if you didn't get your hands on one new in 2020, you'll have to shell out serious cash on the used market. McLaren only built 106 examples. Number 35. Rimac Nevera, $2.4 million. The Rimac Nevera takes the title of most expensive EV with its $2.4 million price tag, but only by a few $100,000 over the next priciest electric supercar, packing 1,914 horsepower and 1,740 pound-feet of torque. The Nevera can hit 60 in under 2 seconds and will continue on to a top speed of 258 miles per hour. Those lucky enough to order one should see it in their driveway before the end of 2022. Number 34. Pagani Utopia, $2.5 million. First came the Zonda, then the Huayra, and now the Pagani Utopia. With 852 horsepower and an available 7-speed manual gearbox, the Utopia is the most powerful road-going Pagani ever produced, and it's limited to just 99 examples worldwide. The cost for one is a cool $2.5 million. Number 33. Pininfarina Battista, $2.5 million. Aptly named after the company's founder, Battista Farina, the Pininfarina Battista delivers the kind of performance and price to make its namesake proud. Revealed at the 2019 Geneva Motor Show, the Battista is completely electric, putting out 1,827 horsepower. If a normal supercar's 0 to 60 times sounds too leisurely for you, the company says that the Battista will take you there in under 2 seconds. Pininfarina plans on building 150 examples of the Battista, costing $2.5 million each. Number 32. Gordon Murray T.50, $2.6 million. If the name Gordon Murray sounds familiar, it's because he's the man behind the design of the iconic McLaren F1. These days, Mr. Murray has his own supercar venture, and the handsome T.50 is the crown jewel of the lineup. At $2.6 million, the T.50 packs a naturally aspirated 4.0-liter V12 that makes 654 horsepower. The car itself weighs a mere 2,174 pounds, and at 392 pounds, the T.50 has the lightest V12 on the road today. Number 31. Lamborghini Countach, $2.6 million. The name Countach may be iconic, but is it worth $2.6 million? That's what Lamborghini hopes you will spend on its new Aventador-based model. Debuting in August of 2021, the Countach LPI 800-4 has a 6.5-liter V12 with a light hybrid assist that gives it a whopping 803 horsepower, allowing for a 60 time of 2.8 seconds and a top speed of more than 220 miles per hour. Number 30. Hennessy Venom F5 Revolution, $2.7 million. With the new F5, Hennessy moved into building bespoke models, and the Venom F5 Revolution continues that effort. The track-focused hypercar uses the builder's 6.6-liter Fury V8 engine, making the same 1,817 horsepower and 1,193 pound-feet of torque as the road car. However, the F5 Revolution has enhanced aerodynamics, doubling the downforce at 186 miles per hour with a larger front splitter, a rear diffuser, and dive plates. Number 29. Mercedes-AMG Project 1, $2.7 million. The Mercedes-AMG Project 1 was first unveiled at the 2017 Frankfurt Motor Show, showcasing Mercedes-AMG's ambition to bring Formula One technology to the road. The development of this hypercar was a collaboration between Mercedes-AMG and the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team, utilizing expertise from their F1 program. The car's design and technology were highly anticipated, and after several years of development and testing, the first customer deliveries began in 2022. The Project One was renamed the Mercedes-AMG One upon its release. $2.7 million, 275 units was manufactured. The AMG One boasts over 1,000 horsepower, thanks to its hybrid powertrain, which includes a 1.6-liter V6 turbocharged engine and multiple electric motors. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 2.7 seconds. Top speed around 217 miles per hour. The Mercedes-AMG One stands out not only for its performance, but also for its advanced aerodynamics and hybrid technology, which allow it to achieve unprecedented levels of efficiency and speed for a road-legal car. Number 28. Zenvo Aurora, $2.8 million. Zenvo wowed at Monterey Car Week 2023 with the new Aurora hypercar in both track and road-focused guises. With a quad-turbocharged 6.6-liter V12 hybrid underhood, the rear-wheel drive Aurora Agile has 1,250 horsepower, while the all-wheel drive Tour model has 1,850 horsepower. The starting price for the Aurora is a cool $2.8 million, with the first deliveries slated to take place in 2026. Number 27. Aston Martin Victor, $3 million. The folks at Aston Martin know a thing or two about exclusive vehicles, and the Victor might be the most exclusive project for the British brand to date. Based on the 177 platform, the Victor uses parts from several donor Astons, including the track project Vulcan and the upcoming Valkyrie. And talking about limited production, the Victor is one of one and rumored to cost nearly $3 million. Number 26. Hennessy Venom F5 Roadster, $3 million. The same Hennessy Venom F5 hypercar we all know and love, but with less roof. The F5 Roadster has the same twin-turbocharged 6.6-liter V8 as the coupe, producing the same 1,817 horsepower and 1,193 pound-feet of torque. Hennessy estimates a top speed of over 300 miles per hour, but if you want one, it will cost you at least $3 million. Number 25. Koenigsegg Gemera, $3 million. The Koenigsegg Gemera, apart from being the fastest car the company has made to date, is also the most expensive. At $3 million out of the box, the handsome hypercar has 1,600 horsepower courtesy of the brand's ubiquitous twin-turbocharged 5.0-liter V8 engine. Opt for the Absolute model, and the Gemera, in theory, will be able to hit 300 miles per hour. Number 24. Spark Owl, $3.1 million. The Spark Owl is all about its big numbers. The electric hypercar has 1,985 horsepower and 1,475 pound-feet of torque, which rockets it to 60 miles per hour in a claimed 1.69 seconds. It can reach 186 miles per hour in 10.6 seconds, while on the way to its 249 miles per hour top speed. All that power requires big 10-piston front brakes and 4-piston rear to keep it under control. They are limited, but you can buy one for a cool $3.1 million. Number 23. Aston Martin Valkyrie, $3.2 million. The upcoming Aston Martin hybrid hypercar hasn't even hit the market yet, but already the $3.2 million Valkyrie has sold out. For what it's worth, Aston Martin hasn't officially released pricing. Estimates suggest the hypercar could go for anywhere between $2.6 million and $3.9 million, but $3.2 million seems to be the magic number. Whatever the case, this machine is impressive. Its Cosworth-sourced 6.5-liter V12 produces 1,160 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque, meaning its top speed should be well over 200 miles per hour. The company will build just 150 examples of the standard Valkyrie, with a limited 25-run AMR model arriving later. Number 22. W Motors Lykan Hypersport, $3.4 million. Dubai-based W Motors shocked the world with its edgy Lykan Hypersport supercar in 2013. With titanium LED headlights housing 420 15-carat diamonds and a holographic display in the center console, it's no surprise it was the third most expensive car ever when new. Still a wild hypercar with a powerful heart. The twin-turbocharged 3.7-liter six-cylinder engine underhood produces 780 horsepower and 708 of torque. Number 21. McLaren Solus, $3.5 million. One seat, 829 horsepower, and a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. The new McLaren Solus is about as close as you can get to a Formula One car from the factory, powered by a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 engine with a 0 to 62 mile-per-hour time of just 2.5 seconds. Estimates suggest a McLaren Solus will set you back about $3.5 million. Number 20. Pagani Huayra Evo R, $3.5 million. The Pagani Huayra Evo R is somehow a hotter version of the Huayra R track car that the automaker launched in 2021. It debuted earlier this year with an updated version of the Huayra R's naturally aspirated 6.0-liter V12 engine, which makes 900 horsepower and 567 pound-feet of torque. Pagani also tweaked the Evo's aerodynamics, which resulted in a 45% increase in downforce. There isn't an official price on the Evo R, but estimates put it at around $3.5 million. Number 19. Lamborghini Sián, $3.6 million. In several ways, the Sián represents a bridge to Lamborghini's future. Though it's based on the Aventador SVJ, this wild-looking Lambo is the brand's first production electrified offering. In addition to the SVJ-sourced 6.5-liter V12, the Sián uses a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Total system output is 819 horsepower, which also makes it the most powerful Lamborghini ever. As confirmed by the 63 stuck on either side of the Sián's wing, Lamborghini will produce just 63 units, and each will cost far more than the Aventador SVJ, carrying a price of $3.6 million. Number 18. Koenigsegg CC850, $3.7 million. The Koenigsegg CC850 was a surprise to be sure, but a welcomed one. Borrowing the twin-turbocharged 5.0-liter V8 from the Jesko, it notches that output up to 1,385 horsepower and 1,022 pound-feet of torque, with a so-called tum-pump transmission that shifts between manual and automatic functions. Of course, all that performance technology will cost you. The CC850 starts at $3.7 million. Number 17. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, $3.9 million. Bugatti captured the collective attention of the automotive world by announcing that it broke the 300 miles per hour barrier with a modified version of the Chiron. The Supersport 300 Plus is a road-going version of that car, meant to celebrate the occasion. Limited to just 30 units, the Supersport 300 Plus is a beautiful version of the Chiron, with flowing, slippery bodywork and a sweet stripe motif. Despite having hit 304.8 miles per hour on the track with a production vehicle, Bugatti does limit its Chiron 300 Plus to 273 miles per hour in top speed mode. Number 16. Gordon Murray Automotive T.50S Niki Lauda, $3.9 million. The GMA T.50S Niki Lauda has hundreds of new parts compared to the standard T.50, making the car even more capable on the track. The unique car features a new aerodynamics package that increases downforce and a different version of the Cosworth-sourced 3.9-liter V12 engine, making 761 horsepower at 11,500 RPM. It's also the priciest of the Gordon Murray lineup at $3.9 million. Number 15. Pagani Huayra Roadster BC, $4 million. The Pagani Huayra Roadster arrived several years after the coupe, and the Roadster BC showed up a few years later in 2019. The V12 in this version churns out 791 horsepower and 775 pound-feet, more than the standard Roadster, and gets a slight weight reduction. It cost a cool $4 million when new. Number 14. Lamborghini Veneno, $4.5 million. Lamborghini built just 14 examples of the Aventador-based Veneno between 2014 and 2015. Each one cost around $4.5 million, depending on how it was spec'd and was available in both convertible and coupe configurations. Underhood Lamborghini fitted a more powerful iteration of the Aventador's 6.5-liter V12, now producing 740 horsepower and 509 pound-feet of torque, which gave it the ability to sprint to 60 miles per hour in a blistering 2.9 seconds. To date, it's the most expensive new Lamborghini ever. Number 13. Bugatti Bolide, $4.7 million. Produced in extremely limited numbers atop the body of a Chiron, it's no wonder Bugatti's one of 40 Bolide track car is this pricey. At $4.7 million, the 1,824 horsepower hypercar has more power than the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus and more extreme bodywork that allow it to lap tracks like the Nürburgring in record time. Bugatti says the Bolide would be able to conquer the ring in record time. Number 12. Pininfarina B95 Speedster, $4.8 million. The Pininfarina B95 Speedster is an open-top butte. Based on the Battista Coupe, the B95 has 1,877 horsepower courtesy of a 120 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery pack and 4 electric motors. That means it takes the B95 less than 2.0 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour with a top speed of 186. But as the brand's first coach-built vehicle, it isn't cheap. The B95 costs about $4.8 million. Number 11. Bugatti Mistral, $5 million. The Bugatti Mistral sends the iconic W16 engine off in style. With 1,577 horsepower and no roof, the Mistral takes the best bits of the Chiron and Boros elements from the Bolide and Devo to create a truly unique roadster. Of course, Bugatti plans to build just 99 examples of the Mistral at the cost of around $5 million in the US, and all of them are already accounted for and delivery is expected this year. Number 10. Bugatti Devo, $5.8 million. Among Bugatti's recently debuted vehicles, the Devo is a staff favorite. Though it shares much in common with its cheaper sibling the Chiron, the Devo has a lot going for it to justify the extra money. By adding lighter wheels, a carbon fiber intercooler and removing some sound deadening, Bugatti made the Devo 77 pounds lighter than the Chiron. Though power is unchanged from the Chiron's 1,500 ponies, the Devo features a different aerodynamic setup, which makes it 8 seconds quicker around the Nardo test track. Number 9. Pagani Huayra Imola. Based on the Huayra, the Pagani Imola has an AMG-sourced 6.0-liter twin-turbo V12 engine that makes 838 horsepower and 811 pound-feet of torque, and it weighs just 2,776 pounds. The numerous fins, wings, and scoops help cool all the components and feed the thirsty engine, propelling it to an electronically limited 217 miles per hour top speed. Pagani says the coupe costs $5.4 million, and the Roadster is even more expensive at $6 million. Number 8. Pagani Koenigsegg. The long list of pricey new Paganis ends with the Koenigsegg. Inspired by 1960s Italian coach building, the stunning exterior and steampunk-esque interior, while equally stunning, are only part of what makes this Pagani so pricey. Under the hood is a twin-turbocharged 6.0-liter V12 producing 829 horsepower and 809 pound-feet of torque, paired to a 7-speed sequential transmission for a real race car-like feel. The cost for this one of 5 Pagani is $7.4 million. Number 7. Mercedes-Maybach Excelero. Like many others before it, the Mercedes-Benz Maybach Excelero is a one-off. Commissioned by Fulda, a German subsidiary of Goodyear, to test its new tires, the Excelero debuted in 2004. Mercedes built the Excelero on the bones of a Maybach and gave it the same twin-turbo V12 engine producing 690 horsepower and 752 pound-feet of torque. Top speed is listed at 218 miles per hour, and adjusted for inflation, the Excelero would cost more than $10 million in today's money. Number 6. Bugatti debuted the Senna GTR at Pebble Beach Car Week, showing off yet another ultra-rare, super expensive model to the world. Limited to just 10 GTR units, the car is a modern throwback to the Bugatti EB110. At the same time, it's meant to celebrate Bugatti's momentous 110-year anniversary. Its unique styling cues won't make everyone fall in love, but at least you won't have to worry about seeing another one on the road. Carrying a price just shy of $9 million, the Senna is one of the most exclusive cars ever made. Number 5. While it may not look that different from a normal Chiron, the Profili is quite literally one of a kind. Bugatti built it initially as a test for a limited run of Profili models, but this Chiron ended up being the only example. Boasting the same 1,476 horsepower quad-turbocharged W16 engine ubiquitous throughout the Chiron range, the Profili has unique bodywork and a custom spoiler that helps separate it from the rest of the range. Number 4. Rolls-Royce Sweptail. Rolls-Royce, expectedly, takes 2 of the top 3 spots on this list, with the stunning Sweptail one-off from 2017 coming in at number 3. With a monumental price tag of $13 million, it was, at the time of its debut, the most expensive new car ever. It's been outpriced since then, but the 453 horsepower luxury car is still a jaw-dropper. Number 3. With a price tag of $19 million, the one-off Bugatti La Voiture Noire is officially the most expensive new Bugatti ever made. And understandably so. A modern interpretation of Jean Bugatti's personal Type 57 SC Atlantic, the La Voiture Noire uses the same quad-turbocharged 8.0-liter W16 engine as the Chiron, producing 1,479 horsepower. It has 6 exhaust tips, radical new wheels, an aggressive, bespoke fascia, and a gigantic light-up badge in the rear that spells out the name of the brand. Of course, this one-of-one Bugatti already has a home. Number 2. Rolls-Royce Boat Tail. A successor to the stunning Sweptail from 2017, which itself cost a reported $13 million. The Boat Tail has a unique two-tone exterior, custom high-end finishes inside, and even a hosting suite, complete with a champagne fridge and built-in sun umbrella. Although Rolls-Royce doesn't officially announce pricing for one-off builds such as this, rumor has it that the Boat Tail come with a price tag ranging between $28 million and $30 million. Number 1. After the 2021 launch of lovely Boat Tail, Rolls-Royce released yet another exceptionally pricey coach-built car called the La Rose Noire Droptail. The Droptail debuted during Monterey Car Week as the first of 4 unique Rolls-Royce Droptail commissions, followed shortly thereafter by the Amethyst version, and wears a lustrous exterior color called True Love. Rolls-Royce rarely releases official pricing details on these special models, but at an estimated $30 million to $32 million, the Droptail is one of the priciest cars on the planet. Thank you for watching. As always, we appreciate you. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to help our channel.